Biddy Early was born in 1798 in County Clare. She lived in a rural time when farming was very important. Biddy Early was a wise woman and helped the people with her knowledge. They asked her for help whenever they had troubles with the land they farmed, their wells and their cattle.
Biddy was the only child of John Thomas Connors and Ellen Early. Despite her poor living conditions, the young girl still learned a lot. Her mother taught her everything she knew about herbal cures, and some sources suggest that she knew the secret language of the gypsies called Shelta, as well as Irish and English. As a child, Biddy got a chest infection which was luckily cured by an old herb and medicine given by a neighbor. Her parents, however, did not have the same luck since both died when Biddy was 16. The girl first made a living as a doctor's servant. She easily picked up which herbs they used for medicines, and soon she gained a reputation of a healer herself, thanks to her knowledge and her magical bottle containing power of the fairies.
The magic bottle was supposed to be given to her by a dead son that came back from the dead and gave her this bottle.
Many people came daily to her home with their problems. Some of them were caused by fairies because humans intervened with their world. Biddy fulfilled the role of an intermediary to solve the problem. She did not accept money for her help, but could not deny herself a good bottle of poteen, which she loved to share with her neighbours at her cottage in Fickle, near the Kilburn Lake at one of her many weddings. She had 4 husbands who she outlived. All of this made her a very loved woman among the common Irish people.
However, Biddy Early had a complicated relationship with the Catholic Church. She had the gratitude and respect of the Irish people, but at the same time she was in conflict with the Church. The Catholic Church opposed paganism, but that was not their only reason.
Viewed her as the darker side.
Yeah, like the hag as well.
Like the hag, the devil side, everything else. But people were going to her instead of going to them.
Yeah.
So she was getting the revenue that they could have been getting.
Oh.
Right? She was getting the pot, she was getting the drink, she was getting the bit of money, even though she never took money, but she could have been getting money they could have been getting. Because they would have been educated and knowledgeable as well. And probably, and they would have helped people or tried to help people as well, and got payment that way. So she was kind of infringing on their territory, and she was becoming more popular than them.
Many stories are about Biddy Early's confrontations with the Church. The Church accused her of witchcraft while she stood up to the priest like the people would have liked to do themselves. And she helped people when the Church didn't. Her authority was in conflict with the power the Church wanted for themselves. But her relationship with the Church becomes more complex because she still told her neighbors to listen to the advice of the Church, and because she converted to Catholicism at the end of her life. Biddy Early is being described by many folklorists as a strong woman who was ahead of her time. The legacy of Biddy Early is reflected in her presence in the school's collection. The school's collection is a project of the Irish Folklore Commission, in which children had to collect folklore from their districts between 1937 and 1939. In the collection of folk tales, legends and proverbs, Biddy Early is very present. There are at least 125 texts written about her. This example tells of typical characteristics that we see in almost every story about Biddy Early. It tells of her magical bottle, her many husbands, and her ability to know in advance why someone is coming to her. It also tells about her relationship with the Church and that she converted to Catholicism at the end of her life.
Another example of her legacy is Biddy's curse. In 1995, the hurling team of County Clare finally succeeded in winning the All-Ireland Senior Hurling Championship after more than 80 years. Many people believe that Biddy Early was responsible for the team's bad luck, while others argued that she could not be the one to blame since she died before the team was even founded. So in the end, we can say that Biddy Early not only had healing powers, which, as some believe, she got from the fairies, but she also did what the peasantry did not dare to do at that time. She challenged the Catholic Church. Those two things combined gave Biddy Early the reputation of being a witch or a hag, but the opposite was true. The wise woman of County Clare offered her help as much as she could to common people, like Richard, the saint she was named after.
We both researched Biddy Early. We both read all the articles on Sulis, and then we also researched different things online, like articles and videos and everything we could find.
Yeah, we both went our own ways, we can
Yeah.
say, because I did it more about the life and the belief around fairies, that Biddy was connected with them, and you did it about...
Yeah, I was most interested in her relationship with the Catholicism and the Catholic Church. And I also read stuff of the school's collection, which was interesting as well.
Yeah, and then once we did all the research, we had to make a video out of it, and that was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
We learned how to work with Movie Maker,
Yeah.
and it didn't always went that fluently, but we managed to do it. So
Yeah.
we laughed a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. But it's nice that now we can work with Movie Maker. So.
Yeah, and also it was interesting to do, not to write an essay this time, but do like a real video, because now you can talk, which is move fluently. You don't have the audience like when you do a presentation, but it's short, so you have to say everything you can in this little words.
And I really like that it's a creative project and not an academic project. I've never done that at home.
Yeah, it was really eye-opening. Yeah. And then the fact that we had to do it about a topic of folklore was also interesting, because I thought that folklore belonged to the past, that it was just something to look back on, but the legacy of Biddy is very present still today, and that really surprised me.
Yeah, I really like it that there's other tales about witches like Biddy early in other cultures as well, and this project really made me more interested in folklore around the world, so that was really nice.
Yeah, I really enjoyed doing this video project, and I like doing it with you, Pauline.
Me too.